Hello there. This is Mike D. This is my music shop, Mike D's Music Shop. And today I wanted to talk about locking tuners. These right here, especially Fender locking tuners. They are the best. I've tried all kinds and Grovers and all kinds, and these are definitely the best. But what I want to demonstrate is on how easy it is to change your strings with locking tuners, plus your guitar stays in tune. I mean, most of my guitars have these locks on it, and I hardly ever have to tune. When the change of season comes, like now, this time of the year, you'll see that your guitar goes a little bit flat, or maybe sharp, depends on where you are, but during the change of seasons, there is a change in the guitar neck. And with locking tuners, if you're traveling around, the tuners will keep your guitar in tune no matter where you are. That's a good thing about it. Plus, if you break a string, you could change a string in literally a minute with one of these. You sift it through there, put it through, lock it down, tune it. It's very quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the strings on my scalloped neck guitar here that I did a video on. Scallop necks are great, if you ever get a chance to play one. You'll probably want to always play one. Some people just scallop up here from here up, like Steve Vai. I think he only scalps from here up because, when you're close and you're playing close and the frets are very tiny, it's easier to hold the strings, up high when it's scalloped. But I'm going to change it to show you how fast you can change strings on one of these, how quick and easy it is. And Fender tuners you can go to Guitar Center and get them. You can get them Sweetwater, you can get them anywhere. So without ado, let me get started and I'll get these done. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So, all right, so usually what I like to do is I loosen them first. Turn this over. I like to loosen them first. Once you loosen them, some of them will give and come free. And sometimes it's easier to cut the string and pull it through than to pull it through the body there. So, okay, these are all nice and loose. I'm going to flip it back over here. I'm going to cut the strings. Okay, they're all loosened. Peel it off. Peel this one off. Peel this one off. Peel this one off. And so forth. They all come off they all come off nice and easy. So we'll just discard these for the time. And we'll flip it over and take these out. All of them out at one time. Very good. Now we're going to open our new pack here. All right, and what I usually do is I flip it over, all right, and then I'll just feed each guitar string through the hole, one at a time. Make sure that you go the heavy one to the top because I've made mistakes and whoops, it's strung backwards. It's good for a left-hander, But anyway, so put this in here. Put this one in here. The lockers, I've been using lockers now for probably at least 10 years. And when I'm on stage and I need to change a string, I can just change a string while everybody's playing and still make my lick if I need to make it. Now there's times when, things go wrong, you can't, but for the most part, you can change a string really fast. I hardly ever break a string. Rarely do I break a string. If when I'm routing it, if I nick it, I might break down a line, but normally I don't. And I'm using nines here, Ernie Ball nines. And I use the custom as 9 to 46 instead of 9 to 42, which normally 42 is your low E string. But I like it a little bit heavier on the E string. Gives a little bit more body, the guitar. There's a guitar with a body. All right, so let's sip that through there. Okay, now they're all through there. We'll flip it around. We'll flip it around now. Now the only other thing you got to do is just line up your holes. I always line them up so they're facing a little bit that way. I can't see the hole. I'm looking at the wrong hole. Anyway, if you have a winder, you could probably get to this pretty quick. All right, so here we just slip this through. Make sure that it's all the way screwed out. Pull it tight. Not too tight, but tight. Tighten it up. Okay, there's your E. And I usually bend it quick like that because what it does is it heats it up and gives it a little bit of temper. So just a little bit of added whatever here. Pull this one, pull it tight, tighten it up. Same thing, pull it tight, grab the next one, stick it in the freaking hole. We like doing that. Anyway, bad joke. Anyway, put this in here. That's how we'll bend it down like that. Let's get to the next one. Make sure none of them intertwine because that can happen. All right, this one I should go this way. I didn't face it the right direction before I started. I should have. Okay, pull it tight. Tighten it up. Get to the little bend. Here we go. Here's our B string. Stick that in that little hole. In there. Pull it tight. Not too tight. Just taut. Pull it taut. And here we go is our E. Stick that through the hole as well. There we go. Going in there. Pull it a little bit taut. Tighten it up. Go oop, oop. Take our cutters. Trim them down. All right. Now we're ready for a tune. Okay, so now we're ready to tune. We'll flop a tuner on there. Make sure everything's in line. Everything's in line. Now you can start tuning. Line. All right. Now, usually what I do is I give it a tug. Give them all a good tug. Good tug, good tug. Pull, pull, pull. Yeah. You don't want to break the string, but you want to pull it pretty hard because after I do this, it's gonna stay in tune. Let's start from the E. All right. Anyway, that's how I use these tuners. So that's the story behind the locking tuners. They're very good to use. If you're on stage, they're great. If you're just a home player and you want to change your strings without winding it up and worrying about it slipping and doing all that crap that it does, because I've gone through that for years. And now finally, when I found these, I put them on every one of my guitars. I mean, I have some older guitars that I didn't because, like I have a 63 Strat that, has its original tuners on it. And I also have a 1980 Strat that has the same thing. It has the original tuners on it. I didn't want to mess with them, But all the guitars I built are later models. I use these. So All right, so I hope this helps you. So it's Mike D. So subscribe and give me a like if you like it, and I'll be seeing you around. All right? Okay.